Peace, family. Um Back again at you again with the continuation of the, Religio 6663, Religio&Scientific Socialites. Yeah, because we're going to continue to break down how deep the rabbit hole goes down. You know what I'm saying? That the names are contracts, as I have told you. Yeah, and these people that carry a certain name of a nation, yeah, they are owned by the individuals that created that nation. Understand that? Yeah, you need to inform yourself. You need to re-educate. You need to learn things by yourself. Don't expect them to teach you at school all this stuff. This stuff is out there, but you need to look for it. Yeah, there was a way to live way before they created these governments, and you already know that our ancestors were living individually. They had they were protected by their name. Their name was their company, their country. Understand that? They didn't have no damn. They were not numbered and and all of that. It's all new stuff that came to be after the creation of government. Government is not that old. There's things that are older than government. Understand that? Government is just a system that explain to you state systems. Yeah, and that the state is supposed to start from you. Your state, it's you. Unless you sell your state to someone else and you become their property. Yeah, your state is your name. Yeah. And it ceases to be yours when you give yourself into another by contract. And these contracts are everywhere. They are all, illegal, really, if you're going to go down to the lawful, how lawfully some of these contracts are. Yeah, they're not even legal. I mean, they're not even lawful. They're legal, but they're not lawful. You understand the difference? You need to learn all this stuff. They've been brainwashed you. They didn't teach you at school. Because they at school, they're teaching you they're going to space. They're teaching you you're living in a spinning ball. And bullshit's like they're not teaching you who you are and what you're going to do in your life and how you're supposed to govern yourself. They're not going to teach you that at school. They're going to teach you how you're supposed to serve that state that you are under, because your parents sold you to that state at birth, and they have to educate you to serve the state, either to religion, either to schooling, either to whatever. That's what they're there for. Understand that? And they never ever going to tell you who you are. This is that's their formula. They can't tell you. Otherwise, wake up and cease to do what they want you to do to that state. But I already told you that all these states, all these nations are owned by individuals, corporations. There's individuals that own them. But you're going to have these damn Sambo Negroes on YouTube telling you that they can't operate outside of nationhood. That's why they are poor. That's why they have nothing. That's why they can't. And they've been always operating under nationhood. Look at Nigeria. Look at all these big countries out there in Africa. Yeah, they are all corporations. They're not. Look, you're saying, oh, when we become Israelites, we're going to be free because we have our own nation. We can do what we want. Really? So how come the Nigerians and all these guys in Africa are suffering the same things that they will be suffering in India or in Europe or in America? How come they have the same culture and do the same things? Because they are all a corporation owned by the same individuals. Even though you're going to have a country, you're going to have presidents, you're going to have prime ministers, which is Prime Minister is an illusion they play on you. He don't exist. Nobody voted for him. He can't prove that he's a Prime Minister. You can't blame him for nothing because he doesn't exist. He's an illusion for the people that are slaves to the state. And they have to give them something. And they have the right to lie to them if they want to because they are their property. That's how deep it goes. Understand that? They can lie to them that they need a war and they take them to war and they die there. Because it's their state. They are property of the state. If they don't want that state no more, yeah, and you got millions of people in these lands, in this your state, and you don't want them there no more, you start wars. Or you tell them stories, fabricated stories, because they are all under your brainwash and your command, and you have the right to do whatever you want to them. You can brainwash them, tell them that there's a comet coming from space, and it's going to hit you. And when it hits you, everybody in this area is going to die. That's all he has to do. And at midnight, they probably drop something dark, and everybody dies. And that's it. It was a comet. And that way, they don't have to explain too much stuff. And the world being brainwashed will accept that. And we'll live in fear. And if we'll even praise them, that they at least warn them, that they have great science. They will believe them after they wiped out millions of people. And they're going to tell you, hey, there was a comet that came from Nibiru. Or they can just make a war and make sure that that state, everybody in there, are wasted. Like they did before to our ancestors. And then they restart again, give you a new idea again, give you a new religion again, because all of this stuff are components of the state that are created by these individuals that control the group. Because the group is like a hearse. They control them, what direction they go. I told you they know no human, Yeah. These social groups will have you beg for your rights. And depending on what social group, you are involved in or you identify with, yeah. Some groups you need a permission even to get married. If the king said the individual that own the state, if they are your god, if they say that you can't marry someone, let's say you're French or you are Russian, and you want to marry somebody American, and they can say no, hell no, you can't. You are my sheep. You can't marry somebody from another state because I don't want you to marry them. Somebody from another state. You're not an individual no more. You understand that? You are their property. That's why they have all these powers on you. They decide even if you can travel, which state. The states they will decide your life all the way down. Because they know they own you and you are useless and don't know the law. By not knowing the law, you're their bitch. That's what they're telling you. Alright? So, know that only you can free yourself, man. And you need to identify with yourself, man. And if you're going to have any cooperation, it's yourself, man. And you are on top and you are the guy that owns it. Yeah? And the guy that you have to be in control. You have to be in control of any contract that comes at your way. You understand? If you're not, then you are the bitch. That's what they're telling you. You are incompetent. You understand that? So they involved you in all this net of, and they have to give you dreams. That's why they will tell you American dreams. Yeah? Then you will have this other Negro telling you, I had a dream. I had a dream. Yeah. It's all state dreams. It's not your dream. It was never meant to be. What was his dream? To have you going around in circles. to have you to believe in leaderships. And I explained to you that leaderships are individuals. And they don't even need to be who you think you are. Let's say a black Israelite. The guy that owns this state, yeah, he doesn't have to be black. He could be a white guy that owns all the shares in this state, and he owns all all the Israelites that sign up to that group, and he's a white guy. And you have the Israelites claiming they're black people and God is black. Blah, 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 blah. God is black. No, the God of your state is white. He's a white guy there. Gave them the state, gave them the beliefs, because he's got to give them something to believe. Play God on them, but he's Yahweh. Yeah, be it whatever color he is, and he's on top of them because he's an individual that owns them. So he's their God. He could call himself Yahweh. Yahweh is the same thing. He's Yahweh on top of all these congregations. He's a guy called Yahweh, and he owns all of their shares. They own their asses. Understand that? So the woman, all of them belong to them, and they can pass, and Yahweh will pass the laws how to treat women, and you can beat your wife, or like I show you, yeah, other guys burning the woman eye with acid. They don't go jail because in that religious state that they created, they can do that and get away with it because that woman is their property. She has nowhere to go, and no one outside of her state can help her because she made a contract with them that she is whatever religion they are, so they have the right to do whatever that religion say they can do to her. You understand that? That's how it goes. Yeah? So when you're there, it's too late to get out. And I heard a lot of black women got hurt already. So I have to tell you this knowledge so you know not to get inside because you're believing in some God. Yeah, because they use magic. They use spell magic on you to get you inside the box. And when you're in the box, you are theirs. That's it. It's not a. So a self-made person is a king of his realm. A self-made person owns no money to no group, as I told you. Yeah, because you're going to see them there, oh, these niggas should be paying us. These niggas are not supporting us. I don't have to support nothing. That didn't start from me, and it's not mine. It's not my state. Yeah? He only fools the people that don't know nothing. They don't know law, they don't know contract, they don't know nothing. So they jump in, thinking they're safe, and that he's going to make their life better. Never going to make your life better. You're going to continue to be a slave, no matter what, name, brand, you want to jump in. It's not a, yeah. You're a social persona. A disembodied, yeah. You are disembodied, a danger to yourself. That's why they see you when you jump there. Because you are, what? Illiterate. Understand that? So they created the prison to keep them in control. Because some of them, they are just like that. Because they are ignorant. And they make them ignorant and violent. They have all the portals of witchcraft. Divide this state into different states of mind. Yeah, so some of them want to be gangsters. They want to be killing each other and think that, getting rich fast is the way to go. They are nobody. They are not even entities. These are dead entities. You understand that? And they give them these portals to program them with guys like rappers singing lyrics on them. It's all witchcraft, putting them in this state of mind to do what they want. And next minute, guess what? They in jail. They dead. They got overdose. They got shot. Yeah, it's all a business. It's all part of this state. The state have different parts of programming, different parts of operation. But all these operations, yeah, People call them psyops. All of these benefit the owners of the state, not you. Owners of the state are the ones that are always benefited, and they own the whole state, they own the whole land. And you have no rights, but you think you have. You think you have a future. He's got to give you something to dream about. And it's got to be based in a fantasy. Because he's not giving you he's not going to share his wealth with you because you don't exist. You're a dead entity. Yeah, and you can't persecute him. You can't take him to court. You can't do nothing because you are his property under their law. Yeah, it's like that woman, they burned her eye. She can't do nothing. Yeah, they have the law saying that they can do that. Even if she takes it, what are they going to do? What court is going to liberate her? She claims to be that religion. Nobody can take you out. You sold your soul. You there is your problem. Yeah. Even if there was Mosai, he can't come and take you out because you sold yourself to that. You didn't say, I'm not that shit and I'm out. You never. You born there and you never get out. You their property and they can do as they please. And you are under that law. So if they burn you, you have nowhere to go. If they rape you, you have nowhere to go. But to the priest of that religion that you want. And if the priest decided that this is what you're supposed to suffer, you can't go against them. Okay? You have to accept your punishment and live with your shame forever. Because your existence, you're a robot. You're an android that live and they know that. That's why when you go to court, they're laughing at you, thinking you're going to persecute. We're going to persecute the government. What government? You don't know what government is. You don't know who you are. You lost the war. Understand that? You lost your life. You're a slave. And you're a dead entity already. You're dead. They say you're dead. They're not worried about you. You're dead in this world. You own nothing. You have no power. You can't just go somewhere and plant a tree. They arrest you and you can't do that. They claim that you have no right to do nothing. Instead, they even can tell you can collect rainwater. It's the new one. They can tell you anything because you are their property. Don't you get it? Where this abuse is coming from? Why they have the guts to tell you all this, and they know you're just useless and you're not going to do nothing because you don't even know what they're talking about. You don't know what laws they make the system so complicated that you feel scared to even try to understand their laws, and they have I don't know many thousands of laws because they make it like that so that you feel useless. It's useless. You feel that it's useless to go and fight them because you don't even know your own law. So how are you going to know their laws? And how they get these laws? They have no laws but the rights that you gave them. It's a contract. They need your permission. So you gave them permission to build that world around you. And they can build it as the way the hell they want. Because you are not in control of that. It's their state, not yours. Your state is to serve them. Yeah? You're not a state. I told you, you are a product. Understand that? So the slavery is run by these corporations, as I've been explained to you, that you enroll and, you are then obligated to fulfill your role as a peasant. That's why they gave you a passport. Passport means peasant. Yeah. You're then given a passport by the state that owns you. Yeah. You're not exercising no right of travel really when you're using a passport. you're exercising a benefit that they gave you. If they say you can't travel, then they cancel the passport. And you have no power on that because you didn't create your passport. Yeah, it's a privilege to travel that they gave you then in that slave state. Instead of slave nations, they all need a permit. Instead of the state can block you from traveling for any political reason. Yeah, because you are part of the social economic market and you are the game, but you're not free outside this game. You have to understand that. Because you sold out and you made a covenant with them, with Yhwh. Yeah. By this standard, government owns you and not the other way. You understand that? You don't own government because there's these damn sheeples. Oh, the government is there to serve us. How the hell is it gonna serve you when you didn't create that? Because they told you some guy created it? It was not from your family. It was not you. And he don't even know you. He rule over you. Understand that? You are a servant of the state, and the state has no duty to you. Yeah, the state owns your entire person, your house, your car, everything you claim to have or own belongs to the state, and you need to register to the state because it's not yours. Understand that? It's a game they played on you, and you're still asleep. In that religious cube, you are not ever a living being. Yeah, you are a dead entity, and therefore you and your kids live at the mercy of the state. You belong. It's not that. If they decide they're gonna spray the sky all day, every day, they can do that. You powerless to stop that. Understand that? Because they're on top of everything that you don't. Yeah. You need to recognize, man, you guys that are learning this, you need to recognize that you have a contract with the state. Yeah. And that makes you a servant of the state. Because you are not the owner of this contract. You are an asset of this contract. Yeah. And being an asset, you can be used for different things. They can send you to war. They can experiment on you. Yeah, science labs, experiments. They can confiscate everything you have or own. Like if you amount a lot of money and stuff, they can come and take the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Overnight. They can confiscate your children, your home. They can reset the entire state if they think it's profitable to them. And if they think they're going to restart something new and they don't need you no more, they can do away with you. As I told you, they can start wars and do away with you. Or spray the sky all day until you're done. So, y'all need to wake up, people. It's deep. It's evil. And the worst evil is that it's because you are the one accepting all these contracts knowingly and unknowingly. Understand that? Because you are responsible for that as well. Don't think that, it's my prime minister, which I told you don't exist at all. You can't prove that nobody voted for him and was put in office. Understand that? You can't prove nothing. It's all a game they play on you. It's all a fraud, and you're still paying for that. Understand that? They made you a product of both religion and science. Yeah, and because I told you they both work together, they decide your life, along with the banking system that they have around you, is another state. Yeah, and all these states are around you, and they decide about you. Yeah. Like, religion is the father, Science is the sun, and banking is the Holy Ghost of this state. You understand that? It's all the same construct. It's Yahweh. You are the servant of these gods that you contract with, and the exchange of freedom for their safety. They promise you safety. They promise you banking, an economic, a working economic system. Yeah, but it doesn't work for you. It works for them, as I explained to you. Yeah, state religion is the government himself. As you know, religion is the government. Gives you false nationality and everything, treat you like a group. Yeah, you are a debtor to them. That's the end game that you're not getting. All these groups, they do the same, and every day they try to open a new group to deceive you because they don't want you to be an individual. They don't want you to settle up as your own state. They don't want you to be free. Yeah, so they give you the false science that gives you GMO foods, artificial drugs, bullard simulations, falsehood and more falsehood, DNA, devil sciences. They can give you whatever the hell they want. You are just their product. And you can go do nothing about that. They can lie all day. You can't arrest them or take them to court because you are their property. You understand the game, the chess game? You are just a peon. Peons can kill kings just like that. By himself. Take him to court and have him, pay to you. You can't do that. Being a peasant. And they know that. They told you we're too big to fail. Why? I'm telling you why. Because you are their servant. Yeah, just like you are Yahweh's servant. It's the same. They gave you Yahweh's servant just to you to see your condition. But you don't even get that. Yeah. So they use the smart Nefilim slaves as gatekeepers, the most intelligent slaves. They're going to get them running these groups, controlling the masses of their people to the systemic system. Yeah, taking them down to take shots, taking them down to any agenda of the state. That's why you understand. But they're going to tell you they are different, they want different things, they are not the same people. Some of them are going to tell you, we are against white man, and this and that. They make you think it's about black men and white men, which is not. It's not nothing to do with that. It's just they're trying to confuse you, yeah, and blur your mind. That's why they play these games of racism and like you have rights outside. If you have your own nation, if you were black and if you had your own land, nobody would mess with you. It's not like that. Yeah, because depend how you got that land and what social setup is there. If it's your social setup of freedom, or if it is a state that owns this land and you're just a peasant there, that's another story. Because you don't own that land, you can go to. Then you see these they trying to fight each other, like European was black land, and the Europeans don't own this land. They are all taxpayers. They pay to live there. Yeah, it's not their land. They have to pay to live. They don't live there for free because their ancestors conquered their land. I told you, they put them in boats. They use them, and from day one. They've been using these people as slaves. Don't think because they went to Africa and, like Portuguese, Spanish, and Columbus, and they, maybe enslave some people, make some money, do some wars, make some banks. None of this belongs to them. They were just people they were using to do these things. This belongs to few individuals that run these corporations. Yeah, even though that you don't have all these people like you go to Portugal, they racist as hell. Yeah, and they think that they're so important. Portuguese people, a lot of them are like that. Yeah, they think they're super important, and they treat other people as inferior. But they are inferior. They are all puppets of the state that created them. Yeah, because like if you study the history of Portugal and Spain, you're gonna see how they use these people and how they are even today. They're nothing. They just poor country, and that depends on this state entity to feed them. Yeah, it's a poor country. Portugal, Spain, that started all this. They are now a poor country now. They're not rich. Even England is richer than Portugal and Spain. Yeah, because they amount to slaves. They're all slaves. They just use them. They just the population are slaves. So I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm telling you. That they are just a corporation, just like all African countries that they put together after the colonization. Yeah, because they didn't exist before. Yeah, they put these states together, and people own these states. All of them. India belongs to UK company, I think. All of them have owners, and all of them are owned by these individuals that you don't even know who they are. But okay, they give you names of who they are, like Yahweh, Allah, whatever name they give you. These are owners of these states that you have today. Yeah, in Portugal is Catholic Church. They all Christians. Brazil, all of them are under some religious state, and the God is the guy that passed the laws and that do whatever the hell he wants in there. Whatever is happening is coming from the gods of that state. Yeah, it's nothing to do with Mosai creating nations. So this is all that creation, people. Mosai is not about no damn nationhood or nothing. It's about you. You are the nation. Yeah, you are the God. You are the God because you can create, other people and you create people. You can have babies. You can make other people. So you are the God, and you are the state owner of your own state and your own life and your own soul. If you lose the paradigm of losing your soul is your state. Yeah, state of mind is your state. It's not theirs. It's not. You can be borrowed. It can't be sold. If you sold it, then you're a slave. You sold it to Yahweh. Yahweh is your king. You serve Yahweh. You're that slave. You're in that state. Yeah, because you're supposed to be your king, and Moses is within you, not the other way around. Going around chasing another guy. You're in trouble. Yeah, banking will always make sure that you are poor and desperate, because it was created for that. Okay? Well, guys, I have a lot to talk about this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to stop now, because this is 30 minutes going. I'm gonna stop now. We got smart Nefilim slaves, you know what I'm saying? That used as gatekeepers. Just keep in mind. Okay, they educate them, they indoctrinate them, carry out agendas for the benefit of the state. Not of you. You're nothing. They don't care about you. Yeah, all these doctors, all these teachers at school, on YouTube. Yeah, they there to protect the state. They were educated by the state. They're not there to protect you or your interests or your kingdom. They're there to protect the state that you under. Yeah, because you are property of the state. That's why they're there to educate you. Because you can't educate them. You can create nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can save you, just like Lazarus, they tell you, was confined in hell, and no man shall save thee. Instead, they take their soul down to hell. Only you can save you. Only you can be the God of your life. If you're not going to be, somebody will be your God. And they will rip you off and leave you dry. That's what happens. That's it, man. I'm going to stop for now. But y'all know I'm going to be banging on that for a while. As I am myself, even studying it and finding new stuff about it and all that. You know what I'm saying? All the aspects of how these enterprises work. You live inside a big-ass corporation owned by individuals. And don't talk about no nations because they don't exist. They are fictionary. They are dead entities. You understand that? They don't move nothing. They don't create nothing. They're just there until the state owners decide what to do with them. Understand that? That's it, man. I love you all. Build yourself. Build your family. Build your kids. Because this is supposed to be your state. And you supposed to be the God of your state. That's it, man. I love you all. Yeah. Keep the instructions. You know what I'm saying? Don't call you by no contract name like human, African American, person, bird, black people, white people, passport. Yeah, a lot of words that you need to avoid. They put on you is spell curse words. Yeah, resident, user, entitlement, qualification. Be careful. It's a minefield for your soul. Yeah, wake up. Don't let them lying spirits, man, take your soul and enslave you for life. Because that's what's going on the whole earth. That's what's going on. Yeah. And a lot of people, intelligent people, they get them too because they don't know the game. If you don't know the game, it doesn't matter how smart you are. They're going to get you. Understand that? That's it, man. Love you all. Keep the instructions. Peace.
Eu vou pro baile da Colômbia, porque eu quero putaria. Lá começa de noite e só termina de dia. Pau na tchequinha, bota tudo na novinha. Pau na tchequinha, bota tudo na novinha. Pau na tchequinha, bota tudo na novinha.
Tô fazendo striptease, hoje eu quero que se foda. Arrebenta essa xereca no meu pau, garota. Fudendo com força, sentando com força, travando com força, mexendo com força, fudendo com força, sentando com força, travando com força, mexendo com força.
Pro baile da Colômbia, porque eu quero putaria. Lá começa de noite e só termina de dia. Pau na tchequinha, bota tudo na novinha. Pau na tcheca.